Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weekly melt. I feel like we just got like an upgrade.
Look at that glow up. Look at that glow up.
Yes. So that is a first draft of our new video intro. Still got a few like editing kinks to work out with like the pixeledness of it. I don't know how to edit video too well, so it's all a learning process for me. But hello, everybody. Welcome.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of us.
Yeah.
And which is the greatest subject to ever talk about. Who doesn't love to talk about themselves? And our first ever BS breakdown where we BS, which is kind of isn't that what we do all the time?
Yeah. I got to say, it feels so good to be back. Like, we took a little break after Big Brother 22, had to, just take a breather from how shitty of a season that was. But, like, I feel rejuvenated. I feel happy to be back with you guys.
Chat's disabled for the live stream right now.
Ruh-roh.
What row?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get in there.
I was like,
y'all go ahead. Let me get out for a second. I'm going to see what's going on with that.
Okay.
YouTube has changed.
No worries. I just wanted to make sure our chat could talk to us. So, but no, I'm excited about this. It feels like we were gone forever. We were gone for 1 week.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but that was like the longest week of our lives.
To be fair, it was the week that the election lasted 17 days.
Yeah.
And
I feel like I aged 20 years within this past week.
You're not alone. I really feel like I'm a whole decade older. I'm now eligible to run for president as a result of last week. So
yeah, I signed up for the AARP. So
I have my new hip surgery coming up soon. It's gonna be great.
Wait, your soda can is like
I know.
blending in with that Big Brother background. I'd like to think that that's not a green screen. You're actually streaming from the Big Brother 22 house.
Yeah. Forget the fact that the screen obviously doesn't fit the camera here. I think if we were to do, just out of curiosity, if we did this, I like this better.
Yeah.
No. So lots have happened since we last spoke.
Yeah.
America got two votes right in a row.
Yeah.
Week after week, we got America's favorite player with Davon, and then we got a Biden presidency.
Yeah. How does it feel? I mean, like for me, like it feels like we can like exhale for the first time in like forever.
Listen, on one hand, I'm relaxed. On the other hand, my ass is so clenched, waiting to be punched again. And I'm like, what's happening? What's actually happening here? That is coming through, Allison, on just my Twitch page and on Facebook. I'm wondering if we did something. I don't know. But
it says, hold on.
Hey, Tasha.
It says an error occurred on YouTube. This is usually temporary. Wait a moment and then try again. This really pisses me off. I haven't done show 2 weeks and YouTube can get shit together long enough so people can talk to us. Silliness.
Well, we have somebody from Beth's Twitch stream commenting, so I think
we have Tasha here.
Fine there.
Yeah.
Well, this will make the show a little less fun. But if you guys want to comment, you can go to my Twitch channel or on our Facebook page.
Go to the Facebook. You can watch it there and comment.
Exactly. Hopefully YouTube will fix its shit. But another major thing that's happened since we were last on here is Allison got married.
I did.
It was cute. Y'all see the video?
I got the ring. Yeah, I posted the video on YouTube, and I just got some of my pictures today, and I've been posting them a little bit. I'm not going to post all of them, but just some of them. I sent them to Tyler earlier, just a little bit ago.
I haven't gotten them yet, by the way.
Yeah, I just sent them before the show.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hooflin.
I love Hooflin. Sorry.
That's all. I don't think I say his name at all correctly. I think he's our friend from Europe. He's up late right now watching us.
Okay.
What'd you say? It's 1 a.m. Yep. I woke up at 1 a.m. for this. What's the tea of the show? I can't watch. Listen, that show ended. And so the show that you get to tune into now is 3 people who are just going to talk shit about everything else that's happening in the world.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Also, I was really happy I got this I voted sticker that was rainbow.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And it's really cute that they got rid of the green and the a little bit of the blue on this so that it looks kind of cool in this green screen.
It does. It does. I was like, man, that's got that blue brick in it. How does that happen?
Well, did you see the can? This is the big news here. Look at that. Ooh, that's a big lime that's supposed to be on there.
I need to get a green screen just so I can do crazy stuff. Hi,
Valencia.
Valencia. I'm sorry, guys, about the YouTube chat crap.
Yeah, I'm looking into it now too to see if I can figure it out.
You know, I just want for the record, YouTube has changed a lot of stuff in the studio setting up process. I've had to move heaven and earth to find where they move the tags and all kinds of stuff. And I didn't even know they were doing it. So shame on you, YouTube, for not letting me know.
Yeah.
Unless you went to spam.
Stuff.
Then it's my
That's
fault.
true. Matthew says, but we have this amazing Twitch chat, which we do. We also have a Facebook page. If you are on Facebook and you're not currently following us there, click that like button.
Yeah.
Follow our My Weekly Meltdown Facebook page as well.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, thanks, Tasha. As it's midnight, plan to lurk here tonight, Beth. Well, we love to see that.
Well, it's been a long 2 weeks. What'd you find out something?
I don't think so. I like toggled like a thing, so like maybe if people like refresh, the comments might be up, but no guarantees there. No, it still says chat's disabled for the stream. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on here, but you can join us over on Beth's Twitch stream. I'm gonna get the video that you guys gave me for my birthday, so I'll be right back.
Ooh, very exciting!
Oh yeah. Oh, are we gonna show that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna show that. Beth and I scraped together some monies and got Tyler a super awesome birthday gift. So awesome that I've been dropping hints for what I want for my birthday.
Yeah, we know you want a 14-inch dildo. Okay, we get it.
Well, I've already got that. Why are you gonna say my business, Beth? Jeez.
I got you beat, hun. Seriously, there is a joke novelty toy I have, and toy is like not is the operative word here.
Is it a weapon? Could it be used?
It could be. It is heavy. So a few years ago, as a joke, my friend got our other friend. I think it's literally 19 inches.
Wow.
And it's a big black dildo that that she then gave to me as a joke. And the funny story of this is that after my birthday, where she gave it to me in a restaurant, thank you for that, by the way.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall.
Oh, yeah. I literally got to go home. I had it on my bed because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I guess I'll put it away somewhere. And somebody came over to fix I had a broken smoke detector in my room and I forgot it was on my bed. And the guy came in and that was just laying on my bed. And I was like, that's a joke. He was like, okay.
Look, I'm not here to look at your toys and penis, vibrators. I'm here to fix your other stuff. And apparently like, you got no problems anywhere else.
It was a moment.
Listen, Beth, I was helping my mom. There's a video.
You leave us alone for 2 seconds.
We're talking about dildos. Yeah. Listen, here's the thing, though, Beth. There's the video. I do my little life lessons, and one of them was I went over to my mom's house 2 years ago to help her clean out her bedroom, and she went to a fun party, and she bought this little vibrator that she thought was a face massager. And so I found it in the middle of making this video. It's on the video. And she takes it out. She goes, oh, no, she just rub it on your face. I go, Mother, this is a dildo. Look at the plug-in. It's in the shape of a heart. This is supposed to go in your vaginas. Okay? Not your faces.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. But yeah. Love that. Hooflin says, listen, Beth, kink shaming is so 2018. You do you too. I appreciate that, but I promise this is in no way physically possible. But
stop making excuses. Do what you do and do it. God,
Okay.
I hope that thing's lubricated. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay,
I'm trying to figure out this video. Clearly we've came like very prepared.
Hold on. I might be able to share it. Let me.
Okay.
Now it's all of our turns to just do something techie while the other people talk.
Yeah, I know. I've been dealing with tech problems like all day today.
I had a very personal come to Jesus talk with YouTube earlier today, and now I'm reading in the Josh. I'm sorry, Joseph. YouTube had a glitch last night. It was down for 2 hours. There were so many articles about it. It was like the whole dude. We almost could have done our show last night.
Yeah, hashtag YouTube down was the #1 trending on Twitter.
So many
because Tim and I have been binge watching Asia's Next Top Model, and they have the full episodes on YouTube. So we went to YouTube last night. And we were like, "What the heck? Like, what are we supposed to do now? Like, converse with each other while we eat dinner? Like,
what?
I don't want to talk to
That's
you.
Horrible.
Right?
While I'm no, I don't talk to you if I'm in the same room with you. You want to talk to me? You Zoom me. Okay, I'm not doing this conversation shit. Stop it. My God. So let's talk about my wedding was in my house.
Yeah. How did it go, Allison?
It was so fun. It was so hot.
Why was it hot? Do you guys not have air conditioning?
Yeah, but you have so many people in your house. It gets warm. And I'm like trying not to pit stain through my little maroon dress and stuff. And I had my little Princess Leia braid in my hair. It was fun. It was really nice. My son cried. He gave me away and he cried. And he's probably going to be pissed that I mentioned it. But you know what? You're my mom. Are you shocked that I'm saying this on my show? No.
I mean,
you know, but it was a lot of fun. Went to Nashville for a couple of days and did some shopping. You know, it wasn't crazy. We didn't go to the Bahamas or anything, but when we're just happy to be married and be together. And
yeah, that's all that's important. And how far away is Nashville from you guys?
3 hours.
Okay. That's not terrible.
3 hours. And so I had something happen to me. Can I tell this story real quick?
Of course. That's
okay, so
literally
like,
what the show is short
in the Opry Mills Mall, y'all. I'm in the Opry Mills Mall, okay? And in the middle of the mall, they have these people with very thick accents that try to sell you facial stuff that you know is not real. It's probably made out of camel semen. It's not what they say it really is, okay? And these people kept trying to stop me to put this cream on my face. And finally, the third time, the guy was like, listen, you know, here's the sample for you. You come look and do this, put it on you and we'll see. I said, okay, fine, dude. Yeah, I've tried to stop me 3 times. I sit down and he puts this little concealer under my eyes and it tightens it up. And I'm like, oh God. I go, you know what? And he's like, do you see a difference? I go, I don't know what you just put on me. But he's like, well, it's an $800 product, but I'm going to sell it to you for $150. I said, you know, you just put like expired hemorrhoid cream preparation H on my face. I know. And he got really rude. And, you know, I was like, fine, look, dude. And Chris, my husband, is down and he's pissed off. He's like, I can't believe you stopped. I can't believe you even let that guy touch your face in the day and age of COVID. I know. It was just a moment. Okay. But the guy was so rude to me. I said, listen, my husband's down there. He's getting irritated. I got to go. I'm not. And he was like, no, the problem isn't him. It's you. You're the problem. I got to excuse me.
Oh,
what did you just say?
Fuck not.
Oh, no. He said, you're the problem. He goes, let me show you something. And I go, okay, show me. He goes, come here. So we go over to his computer. He goes, do you see what this is? $800 and I'm offering it you for $150. I go, do you got a card or something? And he goes, what do you need a card for? You waste my time. Goodbye. And I said, no, wait a minute. Do you have a company card? Because I need to talk to someone about you.
Yeah.
And he just turns back at me, ignore me. I go, okay, so that's it. I marched right over to my husband and told him what happened. Chris basically pushed me out of the way like a linebacker, walked right up to that guy and got in his face and was like, you about to make my wife cry. You see how upset she is? You see that down there? what are you, she, and he said, this is what she told me you said. And he was like, I didn't. No, all of a sudden the accent went away. I didn't say that. And he goes, no, yes, you did. Why would she lie? And he goes, he goes, well, I'm sorry. He goes, no, you apologize to her. And I went down there and he goes, I'm sorry I upset you. I go, listen, man, do your thing. You might want to work on your customer service, especially if you're going to smear like really expired butthole cream on someone's face. Because it's ridiculous. And Chris was like, I can't believe you let him do it. I go, well, I've seen this stuff before, and it was just a moment, and I thought it was just going to be a little it wasn't unsanitary or anything. I mean, it was fine.
Right.
But it was just the fact that we went back to the mall the next day, and he was out at his little gondola thing, and Chris and I walked past him, and he saw us, and he had his head kind of hanging down. And he goes, "What's up, guys?" And Chris was like, "What's up?" And I threw my little nose up in the air. And
I thought you guys were gonna go.
Look, where's the accent? What's that part? Is that included in the 150s? What's happening here?
God.
So rude ass. But I was so proud of my husband because he went over there and after he goes, "You upset my wife," and he goes, "Alice, that's the first time I've ever referred to you as my wife, and it was in a fit of rage. How fitting." I go, "I know."
Yeah.
It's romantic as hell.
Yeah. Anyway,
so I sent you the present on Facebook Messenger. Well, both of us, all three of us. So if we could share the screen.
But does it share the audio too?
It should.
Yeah.
So hold on.
Mine won't.
Hold on. Let me do it. I'm gonna do
I have like
this.
VLC open. Like basically StreamYard doesn't accept .mov for video files. So I'm trying to like convert it to like MP4, and VLC is just an old janky program now.
Okay. So
we're so official here.
Yeah, we are.
Aren't we so good at this? Oh. No, I don't want that. I want Chrome tab, Cameo, share audio. Okay. Are we seeing this?
Oh my goodness. Look at that handsome face.
Look at this, guys. This is from D.
Tyler. What's up, brother? It's DK motherfucking chilling in the house, literally in the house. Your boy is in his childhood room out here, just straight up grinding during quarantine. I've been out and about. I've been in New York. I've been traveling here and there. But
wow, he is so beautiful.
Childhood home. I don't know. I get bored in my apartment in New York, whatever, and I had to come home to vote, that whole thing. But happy birthday, 11/11. I always touch the clock when it's 11/11, so you know that's a big deal for me. I don't know how old you're going to be because Beth and Allison clearly don't know how to request a cameo appropriately.
Shade.
We'll forgive them.
Wow. Thanks.
That My Weekly Meltdown is the next big thing in this bitch.
Yeah.
It is like one of the best podcasts. I mean, I don't even know why I'm hyping it up because I haven't seen it. But it's pretty awesome that you guys do that. I don't know what else I was going to say.
That's okay.
I heard they said you got a boyfriend. That's pretty awesome. I had a girlfriend as of late. Not going great, but we're hanging in there. I guess it doesn't help me doing cameos and working from my childhood home. Maybe I got to get my ass out of here and maybe get a haircut. Probably that would help too. But anyway,
I don't know. I like the
Tyler.
hair.
I hope you can
great.
celebrate despite the
Thank
coronavirus times and do your thing and do it safely and get drunk or whatever you do. I don't know, dance the night away. But yeah, my 30th birthday was back in April in the onset of coronavirus, and I couldn't do shit for it. Although I had a nice barbecue with my family and stuff and played Settlers of Catan on video conference with some of my friends. That was cool. But anyway, happy birthday. God bless. Tell Beth and Allison to just cut you some slack, right?
Yeah.
It's your birthday. Just give me a hug and chill for a second, Beth and Allison. Jeez. That's it. I'll stop rambling. I don't know what I'm saying. Peace, Tyler. Thank you for the support. God bless. Love. Stay happy. Be healthy. Choose positivity. We are out here. Peace.
Listen, Listen, Dean.
Wow. What
DK chilling. Come
Listen,
on through.
DK mother effing Kwalskis. Let me tell you something. We cut him more slack than he cuts us. You understand this? Give me a break. This guy, Tyler, zones out sometimes, I'm convinced, during the show when we go on like our ADD rants, just on and on and on. And Tyler just has this look of just, I could be doing so much more with my life. I'm here.
No, of course not.
Story.
How did I get to
Of course
this
not.
place?
No.
Always. Always.
Oh my gosh, my face is like as red as this background is.
Red.
But what a perfect
into the
birthday gift.
background.
Thank you guys so much. Man, DK
Of
chilling. What a
course.
beautiful man. But
That was completely Beth's idea. I wanted to get you a cheesy t-shirt with a camera on it. And she was like, no.
She's like, here's some links to some gifts I thought of. And I was like, I was thinking of a cameo.
What
And
is this
And
shit?
then I couldn't remember, like, who did I come up with? I don't remember what I said. I was like, is there like a Survivor or Castaway or something we could do? And you're like, who's that guy he's always talking about?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Dean? Yeah, we should do that. So it was
I
a
almost
combo.
casted him for our Survivor meets Big Brother thing just because I wanted to talk about him.
I know, but then you went with Jamal, which was a really good choice.
Yeah, of course. Joseph says, I thought Tyler was going to hit the floor with that gift. I remember he zones out when Allison and Beth had to talk about him on Survivor. Yes, daydreaming of beautiful DK chillin'. But he said his relationship is on the rocks. And I'm pretty sure he's talking about Michelle because they've been posting a lot on Instagram together, like cuddling up and enjoying this fall weather and stuff. And I don't know, it sounds like it's not going too well.
Oh,
Well, that's unfortunate.
Allison's like, I don't care.
I'm married now. I can't do anything about it. Beth, do you want to step in here?
hi. I will take one for the team.
Please do. We need it.
Time out. Real talk. What would happen, Tyler, in a world gone mad where Dean Kowalski and I end up together?
I mean, I would have a lot of questions for you. I would support you, but I would have a lot of personal questions for you. That
personal. Dirty. Maybe dirty.
Yes, very dirty questions.
Suggestions.
I'd go live. I'd go live. It's cool.
Yeah,
Open
absolutely.
book. Open book. I talked about a toy dildo thing I have upstairs.
Yeah,
True.
20 a yard. What was it?
19-inch. Here's the best part. I believe it was marketed as 9 insertable inches. It's like 17.5 or something like that. All the way. It's incredible. And there is a funny video where it came with a suction cup on the bottom where we put it on a hardwood floor like this and just whacked it back and forth. And it was a lot of fun. That's what adults do.
I do. It could be, I've seen these dildos that have suction cups on them. And I guess for women or if you're doing it with the thingy, you put it on something to keep it steady. I don't know.
I would assume so.
Experienced the suction cup ball or whatever.
I mean, I can honestly say I haven't either. I should. I hope that you're talking about Dean and me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not.
So I actually brought up the Cameo page because I wanted to play a little game where we guess some people from Big Brother, guess how much they're worth on Cameo. I figured that would be a fun little thing to do.
This is a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to say who it is, and I want you guys to guess how much you think this person is worth on Cameo, okay? Or how much they have listed themselves.
Okay, I was going to say how much we think they're worth is probably going to be very different than how much they think they're worth. Okay.
Right, of course.
We say one, like first what we think, and then what is. Like, okay. Well, I think this guy's $20. He thinks he's $150.
I can't. Okay. I'm here for this.
So let's start with JC from Big Brother 20. He is on Cameo. How much do you think?
He needs to pay you fucking money if you want to get like he should be paying people.
I feel like I need $50. He needs to pay me, so that's a negative 50.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with he thinks he's 150.
What do you think, Beth?
I think he thinks that he's 100.
Yeah.
So JC is $35 on Cameo.
Oh my God, I shot that. Okay.
All right.
So
Next we have,
here's the thing.
Pushing the 35.
I bet he was one of the people that started at 100 and wasn't getting anything, and then had to lower it incrementally at a time.
probably he's doing a permanent sale.
He's on
right.
clearance. Permanently.
All right. So next we have Janelle Pierzina. How much is she for on Cameo?
Oh,
200.
Yeah, 200.
200?
Yeah.
So she is a low $99 on Cameo.
That's worth it. I'm sorry.
That's worth it. I mean,
And if we learned anything, Janelle will deliver on those. And you know who also literally delivered on Cameo? Rachel Riley. Wait, Rachel, you saw that, right? Or Allison, you saw that, right?
She was in labor.
Yeah, doing cameos. She was literally like, I'm on my way to the hospital, but Floater's better get a life vest.
I'm gonna start my own cameos, and I'm going to do while I'm doing them. I'm gonna deliver.
We should put you on Cameo and just like have you in the Big Brother section, and everybody's like, "Who the hell is Allison?"
Yeah, who's in her car? I will do it driving. I will do it in the bathroom. I will do it sitting here. Hold on, y'all. I got to do a cameo. I'll do it anywhere. I don't care. I'll do it live at Walmart.
Can I, in my cameo to you, I'm going to be like, I need you to be yelling at Matt Henning while pissing in a cup.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Matt, where are you? I got a cup.
Oh, look, I want to pause the game for a second.
Yeah.
Because this is fun. I really like it. Speaking of Matt Henning, I do want to thank Matt Henning for increasing his patron to our page. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt. We love you.
That deserves a
yes. Even though you thought I was the imposter in Among Us, and I wasn't. I was just following you.
We should talk about that later because that was fun.
Yes. We'll get into that. Dina Lohan is on Cameo from Celebrity Big Brother 2. How 75. Much do we think she's worth?
50.
Dina Lohan is 150.
Oh, gee, there is no way she is more than Janelle. Are you serious?
I don't make the prices. They do.
Yeah, but do people pay? I just spat everywhere. Do people pay this?
I don't know. That's just the going rate for Dina Lohan. I gotta say, I still have a soft spot in my heart for Dina Lohan. I felt so bad because she would go into the diary room to vote every single week and say Lindsay, I love you so much. And Lindsay didn't acknowledge her on Twitter, didn't try to promote her for any America's votes at all. And I was just what a terrible spoiled daughter to be like that.
We've been new.
Yeah.
I think about who she was again because I totally forgot. And two, listen, as the mother of a child in their 20s, they don't acknowledge anything. Nothing.
Lindsay was in her 30s.
Okay,
all right. So next we have Mike Boogie.
Okay. First of all,
it's bail money. That's what it is.
It might be a while before you get your cameo from him.
Get arrested again for deal. I'm with you. Tyler sends us this Us Magazine article about how he got arrested. We're like, he got out of jail.
I thought he was in prison. I didn't understand that he was out for free, roaming these streets.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't really.
125.
He thinks he's $300 because he started Chilltown.
So Mike Boogie is a cool $30 on Cameo.
Oh,
what a steal!
It's soon going to be $1,000 for bail.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have the best player of all time, the infamous, the America's favorite, Tyler Crispin. How much do we think he is worth on Cameo?
Watch what you say. The Tyler Crispin militia will come after us.
Well, clearly he's fantastic. So $750.
Yes, I'm going to say
15.
That's a lot.
My serious guess is going to be 125 again. I think that's about where
I'm going to say 200.
So Tyler is 100. So $1 more than Janelle.
Okay, so I need to lower my expectations.
I do love that Janelle $99. You're getting a deal. It's not 3 digits. Yeah.
Yeah. One purchase of Angela's cookbook will apparently also give you. All right, one more. I think this is a good steal. Brittany Haynes. How much do we think Brittany Haynes is worth?
$25. I don't think that's how much she's worth. I think that's what she's. I think she's worth like a 40.
Something. Yeah, 75.
So Brittany Haynes is $50, and I think that's a good deal.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ever going on
pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
Ever. All
right. Let's see. One more. Gina Marie from Big Brother 15. She's on Cameo. How much do we think that she's worth?
25.
How much is she worth?
Or how much does she?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Like we need.
How much is she charging? Let me guess. 35.
It's 35. That's correct. Good job.
What did I say? 25?
And Elena Davis is 45. So if you that's if you want to spend $10 more, you can upgrade to the infamous Elena Davies. So
how much does Dr. Will charge?
I just closed it. One second.
I'm curious.
So
I'm curious now.
Dr. Will is $149.
Okay. See, if I'd known that ahead of time, I would have really been in better control of my price schedules because he's like the ultimate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Steve Moses is on Cameo.
Do you know what Steve Moses was doing with Cameo money?
Was he doing it for charity or something?
He was raising money for the Biden campaign.
So
if you bought a Cameo, he was donating all of it to the Biden campaign as well as different charities.
Oh, that's great. This is why we love Steve. This is why we love Steve.
Yeah, that's right. Matthew says Beth can get it for free. Hey Siri, call Steve Moses kind of thing. It was just like,
yeah.
Denise Stapley just joined Cameo.
Yes.
From Survivor. And what she is doing for hers is she's happy to do like a little message of encouragement as a mental health therapist, as a sex therapist. And so hers are really focused on like, obviously I'm happy to do happy birthdays and all that kind of stuff too, but would really like to, give people who really need like a message of positivity, like that kind of thing. And I think that's really sweet.
I was
doing $50.
Yeah, that is sweet.
Just thinking that Beth would do good with a Denise Stapley birthday cameo. Who do you guys now? Wait, Beth, you can't.
Detected at the front door.
There's somebody at my front door. Anybody? So, but Beth, you can't guess because you already know. But Tyler, who do you think I would want for my cameo?
I think if Kaser were on Cameo, you would want him, but he's not. There is somebody else that I think you would be interested in from Big Brother 22 that's on Cameo. What? What are you laughing at?
I think it was an uncontrollable immediate reaction that Allison just gave. It was simultaneously cute. But you said, well, if Kaser was on, I think you'd do that. And she literally like, damn it.
Yep. I've done my research. But Memphis,
it was
Memphis
specific
Garrett
though
is
with
on.
Kaser.
What's that?
Something specific with Kaser though.
Him wearing his hat.
Of course. Okay, there we go.
You know me so well, but I would love I didn't know he wasn't on Cameo. I'm about to tell the next person that goes outside in my house, they're gonna die. That's so embarrassing. Okay. Stop going outside.
I also think Allison Memphis Garrett is on Cameo for $50.
I don't need a
No, I thought you were a big Memphis fan.
I could go out to Collierville and get it. It's like,
Hey,
That's true. All right. So what else is going on? I mean, we've played a little game here. What's everybody watching?
Speaking of another game,
I love that. What's everybody watching?
Well, I know Beth has been like really into Friday Night Lights lately.
yeah, I got to the point in the series where it's just frustrating, and I know it resolves itself in the best of ways, but I'm like, I can't put myself through this right now, so I stopped for a while. But what I wanted to get to and enlighten Allison about it is Tyler joined me and a few other friends last week on my stream, and we played some Among Us Now, Allison, have you heard of the game Among Us?
No, Beth, I've never heard of it.
Oh my
What is
gosh.
it? Tell me.
Great.
Tell me about
So
this.
Matthew was also playing.
Okay.
So basically what you are is like you play on your mobile phone or a tablet or something like that. You can also play on Steam if you have a computer. And you're basically, there's like up to 10 little spacemen. You're one of them. They're all different colors. And you have like various different tasks to do all over a spaceship. You need to get these like little tasks done, like fix the wiring and like swipe a card and do stuff like that, right? And 1 to 2 people are imposters, meaning they have to go around and kill people. And if you come across a body and you're not an imposter, you report it. And then you basically have to say like, well, I think that Tyler's the imposter because he wasn't doing any task. He seemed just to be kind of walking around. I don't really know what happened with him. And then everybody kind of discusses it and then you vote people out. So that's basically the game. And we played with Matt Henning, our wonderful mod in the chat, who every single opportunity went, it's definitely Tyler. Tyler's absolutely the imposter.
I can so see this.
I'm like,
literally,
I did all my tasks. Like I was a good helper. Like I did everything on the ship that I needed to. So I was just following Matt around the entire time, and he was like so scared I was gonna kill him.
It was so funny. And I used that to my advantage a few times because I kept getting imposter like over and over and over. And I literally had never been an imposter that many times. And I was like, I can't kill Tyler immediately. I can't kill Matthew. I had to like figure out who I could kill. But there was one time where I was like, guys, I don't know. And I'd been alone as the killer for many rounds. And I was like, listen, I only have one more task to do. And Tyler's like, okay, let's all go with Beth over here. And then basically I got it so we could separate him out. And then I killed Tyler for the win. And Tyler was just like, Matt, I told you it wasn't me. And he was like, you were acting suspicious and don't chase me around then.
Oh, you know what I want to do? That's a dream of mine. I don't care what game it is, if it's Among Us, if it's any kind of online game. I want to play with Tyler and Henning. Just
Let's
watch
do
that bitch fest.
Yeah,
I have an idea for a podcast sometime.
Yeah.
Our
Okay.
podcast should be us playing Mafia with our patrons.
I would love that so much.
And or a assassin or werewolf, whatever you call it. And it will just be Tyler versus Matthew the entire time.
Oh, please. Listen, anytime Tyler gets into it with somebody, I live for it. It's like my
Why?
I just love it. It's just when Tyler does it well, and I'm not saying this is Henning, but other people, when Tyler doesn't like somebody, it's hilarious.
That's true.
It is true.
There's certain people that come to mind when you bring that up, Allison.
Yes, and we'll have little snippets and we'll send them to each other. And it's,
I'm a big shit talker.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit that. But it's the Scorpio me. What can I say? I hold a grudge, and I hold it for a very, very long time. So
Matthew is a Sagittarius, so go right next to each other. You know, it's the budding energies.
well, it's just to have a little fun, we'd have to throw Andrew Gibson in there.
100%.
Got Gibson and Henning and Tyler in the middle.
Two people that just like love to argue with me, but I still love them.
Of course.
Unlike this certain person that's been a guest on our show. But I won't say any names or anything. But you know
Is it
who-
me?
No, it's not you.
No, it's not you. Oh no, it's not you.
It can never be you.
It could never be you.
Yeah.
It's
So did you hear about Nicole Franzel unfollowing basically like everybody from Big Brother after the season was over?
Well, she didn't win the money,
Mhm.
and she had to like redesign like how her wedding was going to work out, I think.
Mhm.
So-
Yeah. So she has postponed her wedding because of COVID, but she unfollowed Cody, his girlfriend, Danny, like everybody else from the season. She even like blocked like a lot of alumni that she's like never even met before. So I think she's just like so salty about like getting cut at the end.
Did she block Andy?
I would assume so, based
Andy-
on what he said about her on.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't surprise me that she's done any of this. simply because I wish we had a screenshot of her sitting there at the finale, in the jury, because she had this look of what a woman looks like awaiting trial on an episode of Snapped. After she said murdered everybody, and she's sitting in the courtroom listening to everything she did, and she's about to lose it. It's kind of like that. But yeah, man, I hate to say it, but I almost felt sorry for her. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know, but I'm not surprised to hear that she's unfollowed. I mean, I haven't even looked her up on social media. Has she posted?
So she did a long form interview with Taryn, and I listened to some of it, and she basically said like my game was so complex because like I really shrunk my target as much as possible, and she keeps referencing like asking people for help to like grab something on a top shelf. Like that's supposed to make her seem like small and weak or something. But she was like, I'm not this like 6 foot tall, like muscular dude like Cody is. Like I can't play that type of game, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but like you could still like the problem with your game wasn't anything about like you being a big target. It was about like you just didn't own your shit. And like even after the season's over, and like this is literally what like everybody is saying on the internet, like if you just owned your shit and like you weren't afraid of being this like villain character, people could get behind you and root for you, and you could have been the first 2-time winner in Big Brother history.
Here's the other thing about
really
this too.
easy.
Okay,
Yeah.
why is it in your third time around you decide I'm gonna make myself look like I'm weak? Like, no, it's your third time playing. This is the time for you to like own how you play the game.
Yeah.
The first 2 times, understandable if it's all about trying to minimize your target. The fact of the matter is your target, yeah, it was big because you were a 2-time winner, but you were so well insulated because you had pre-game alliances. You didn't have to do much on that front. What you did have to do was make moves. What you failed to do was own where you made moves, because the moves you made you a villain. That's honestly what it is. If you were to say, I screwed over Davon because it benefited my game, and I'm very sorry about that on a personal level, but on a game level, I won't apologize. Boom, we're there with you. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's not that hard.
I just think that she's going to really go through a really hard mental journey. I really do. Yeah. And I hope she comes out on the other side of it a positive way, because as much as I don't like Nicole Franzel, suffering from mental illness myself, shocker. You really, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It's not fun. Depression, it's not fun. It's just self-torture, and to add other people on top of it, it is just not fun. And I really wish her the best. I'm not a big fan, but that doesn't mean I wish ill upon her.
Of course.
Well, did you hear how production, and this is not just for Big Brother, so they're talking about like Survivor, the Amazing Race, like any unscripted reality show. They have committed to casting 50% people of color, at least 50% for each season. And I'm really excited to see like how that's going to change the dynamics of the game. I feel like it's going to help the Davons, the Kasers, the Karishmas, just these like really great characters, but they're just like one out of like a cast of like white people, and it's so hard for them to like really get in like a majority group. And I'm just really excited to see like the more complex like social dynamics that's going to come from this. And I feel like it's been a long time coming. They committed to this on Big Brother Canada, I think like 6 months ago or something like that. Just like preparing us for Big Brother Canada 9. But I said on Reddit, I was like, this is great and all, but I feel like this should have came like after Big Brother 15 happened. Yes. I feel like they're just like riding the wave of like a movement instead of being like a trailblazer for change. And
it should have happened after BB 15. It should have happened after Worlds Apart. It should have happened after like half of the Survivor seasons that we've seen so far, and all of the Big Brother seasons except for like BB 17. Yeah. Honestly, it should have happened. It should have happened. And I'm happy that it is happening, but we can't just pretend like, okay, this is great, moving on out. Here's what they also have to do. not cast fucking racist in the other 50%. What we're not going to do is
I don't know if they can do that, Beth. I don't know.
It's hard. You know what they're going to do is go, oh, cool, we did 50% POC, yay. Now here are 50% people who couldn't give a shit about that.
What are you going to do? You know, put 50% color in there and then 50% racist?
Mhm.
The fuck kind of show is that going to be? Oh, the presidential race. Okay.
Here's the other thing too, okay? Putting that out there. I'm really happy that we're talking about adding some by POC people into the into cast. I think that's absolutely the right call. We also need to be making the shows more accessible. People with different abilities being employed. The fact that we had so many open, honest conversations with Ian about with his autism and other people who are on the spectrum, that's important. Those are people who represent a significant portion of our population as well, who like these games because they have a lot of different social challenges that add to the drama of the shows, right? So when you have people who are on the spectrum who join these kind of shows, it can only help people understand it and see themselves represented on TV. Yeah. I will also argue that we need to make sure we're not tokenizing LGBTQ people, people of different genders, people of different sexualities, races, religions, creeds, everything. So yeah, over 50% people by POC, awesome. We also need to make sure there's representation for everybody else too. Because
I totally agree. And like as a gay man myself, like I feel like I always feel like I don't get anywhere with like Big Brother casting, mainly because I'm not like sassy enough for a gay guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like a Frankie Grande, like throwing glitter up in the air. I'm not going like, yes,
I've seen you.
Yeah, like
listen, Tyler, let's not. Okay. Come on now. We know when the cameras aren't rolling, tell the truth.
No.
You're rolling
you take
around
off that black t-shirt and it's all rainbow, bitch.
Listen, it's a glitter tank top. I know it.
No, I promise I don't know any of that stuff. But like it's that tokenized, and it's frustrating because it's like the same type of gay guy like cast over and over and over again. Whereas like in Big Brother Canada, like they had Mitch, who was like this like super fan, like really geeky guy who just happened to be gay, but he wasn't this like Will from Big Brother 14. Like that's another good example. Yeah, I don't know. So like that's what I'm hoping for as well, is like some you know, they don't have to be as cookie cutter with casting with these type of
well, as a white Southern straight woman, I want to see more POC and different kinds of people on Big Brother, because I don't get that a lot in where I'm from, in, you know, this part of the world. I'm not exposed to different kinds of people that I want to be exposed to, you know, that I want to get to know and I want to see. So seeing these people, you know, I get to kind of get to know through them, you know, certain groups of people, and I enjoy that, and I look forward to it. I want to see all kinds of people. Listen, not that I'm not making fun of it, but the first winner of Big Brother had one leg. Okay. I would like to see somebody, you know, it's not a disability. It's, you know, just someone different. Like, and look, if you, God bless a little JC, I wouldn't mind seeing someone like JC, and forgive me, I don't know what the PC word is for someone like JC. What is little person? Okay. I just want to make sure.
And I don't know if he's actually I don't know if he actually meets the requirements for being a little person or not.
I think if I remember correctly, in Big Brother 20, he said he was 1 inch above like the cutoff height for being qualified as that. I think I might be wrong though.
But I know what you were going for. So but
all kinds of people.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
And
they had a freaking partially deaf woman on Survivor years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the thing. Okay. So one of the shows that I watch and I cover is RuPaul's Drag Race. And I have always been a supporter of the LGBTQ community and always been an ally. And I watched it. And even I was like, oh, this is a little different at first. I was like, this really challenges some of the norms I've grown up with, even as tolerant as I think I am. And it really did help to transform my thoughts. But it also helped me to realize, oh, the things that they're talking about that they went through when they were in the closet, I identify with that.
Mm-hmm.
And it helped me realize, oh, I need to lean into this and discover this about myself. And that really helped me better understand the perspectives, the things that they share helped me better understand things about myself. It made me understand that it's okay to be someone who identifies in the asexual spectrum and someone who is biromantic. Like, that's fantastic. Absolutely.
I'll do it.
But these kind of shows, when you have representation of people who aren't yourself, to your exact point, Allison, all it does is it helps to better understand other people in the world and other perspectives and humanizes them for you. Like, if they're done correctly. And if any indication from what Survivor has done with the conversations they've had the past couple of seasons about race, about religion, about gender, all of those different kinds of things, that's the way that we need to be going. And Big Brother attempted it a couple times this season, and what they showed were great when they did show it. But those are the kind of things that people actually want to see.
Period. And I love it when you have a diverse group of people, and this may sound weird, and something does happen that's inappropriate, and that person ends up learning from another person. Yeah. It shows tolerance and education. And like where I'm from down here, and this is
because like if somebody in the house is like asking those questions, like certainly millions of people at home watching somebody like this, probably for the first time in their life, I'm sure that they're having those same questions, and to just use that as a platform is like a really beautiful thing.
Well, I have listen, I'm 4'11", weigh 100 pounds. Okay, I'm little, and most of my life it's been a joke down here, and I apologize for using this word, but people will joke and call me a midget. Oh, you're a little midget. Yeah, you can't. Oh, you're so cute. You're so tiny, and you're like a little midget. And they didn't understand why I would get so offended. Like, that word really hurts me. And it's not because I just don't like little people. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's hurtful. And because you are taking,
like saying the R word.
Yeah. It's like, why would you say something like that? And there were people that would make fun of me and get really, I dated a guy years ago who would pat me on the head and call me his little midget if he was friends. I mean, Jesus Christ. And I would get so mad at him. And he said, well, you're just being dramatic because you're, that's just how you are. And I'm like, no. Sorry, I don't know. It would offend me. So I can't imagine being someone of color or trans or something, and being referred to a certain way and you're offended by it. I mean, and that's just one little thing. And I'm a little white girl, okay? And I'm complaining about something and I feel bad even saying anything. But, I got to change the settings. This is not for kids.
That's what so I was just looking into that. I was like, that might be why the chat is off then.
I don't know. I can go in and look again and change it. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. And it's like, because I'm 4'11", like I even did extensive, this is how bad it was. I did extensive research just to prove that I'm not a midget. Okay. Like I did the freaking, you would not believe what I went through. It's ridiculous. And I don't have anything wrong. And I feel bad even saying that. And I apologize if that word offends, but I'm trying to show you, it even bothers me saying it now. It upset me.
Sure.
But
oh, correct. Live chat is off for content made for kids. Oh,
okay guys, I'll go in and
change it. I just changed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody refresh your YouTube.
You know what?
Except us, or it
may not work since we already started the stream.
Yeah.
So for next time, we'll just have to make sure that's off. So we apologize that this time around, I was talking about 19-inch dildos, so this was definitely not for
We're gonna get shut down for about a week. So that's okay, because we probably won't do another show for another week.
Hey. Okay. So one of the things, this was a great topic. Just to move on for seamless transition. One of the things I thought would be funny is I was like, what are some things that we could ask each other, not only to get to know each other, but so that we could share with our audience? And I thought it'd be funny to go through a list of 10 questions they recommend you ask on a first
The
date.
chat is up now. I just
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes,
I will
guys.
tweet that out too, that our chat is finally up too.
yes.
But
Thank
what do you
thank
guys
Rory the Virgo for pointing that out.
Oh my God, Rory, you're the best.
Okay.
What do you guys think about asking each other, or like I have a list of 10 questions here that like you would normally ask somebody on a first date?
Sure.
Oh
Go for
God. But I just got married. Like what? I haven't dated. So okay. So what are we doing?
So I would just go through the questions. They don't have to be super long. And we just each answer them.
Okay.
And then if somebody else, if for some of these have different answers, if the chat, if you want to answer for us, put them in the chat and we'll put our favorite ones up on the screen.
Okay, so what are we doing again?
So I have a list here of 10 questions that are recommended that you ask somebody on a first date.
Okay.
And so I'm going to ask them. All of us will answer. Okay.
What? We have a list for this? Good God, I'm sweating already.
Oh, I can give you the reasonings they provided for each one too. So the first one is, it might be obvious. This isn't the question. This is the recommendation.
Okay.
So the question is, what makes you unique? So it might be obvious, but the easiest way to connect with someone is to get them to talking about themselves. Ask about their hobbies, their interests. Do they enjoy activities like sports, painting, spending time outside, reading, or dancing? Maybe you'll find something that you both enjoy doing. And if the date goes well, could potentially be an idea for another date later down the road.
Okay, can I sum up my life? Can I just sum me up real
please
quick?
Do. Please do.
Okay, because if you're going to date me, I can be completely honest because I'm married now. Let me tell you what I did.
Now that we're not for kids, I'm going to smoke a little bit.
Go ahead. Listen, get high, fire it up. Listen, here's the thing. I work from home in sweatpants and a t-shirt. In fact, I have makeup on right now and my hair is perfectly brushed is a prayer answered from Jesus for you people. Okay. I work from home. While I'm working, I have movies going on all day. I listen to the Today Show until Kelly and Ryan come on because I freaking hate Kelly Ripa with a fiery passion.
Why?
I could do a whole show about that bitch. But anyway, and then I got the movies going. October's my favorite month because the AMC plays all the Halloween movies. So I have that going on. Like I love movies. I work out once a day for about, 45 minutes to an hour, do my little thing in between answering my phone.
There's a video on our channel of Allison working out.
I put together this little squatty thing I've used twice because it's so freaking hard. Like I like literally looking at it, my butt hurts. It's so bad. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, I live a very simple life. I just don't go out and do things like I used to. I have a 24-year-old son and just got married, and I do the housewife thing since I work from home, and I have a very quiet existence. I don't really live to impress anyone. My husband loves me the way I am. He said I'm the cutest when I have a little messy bun on top of my head and I'm running around the house in sweatpants and a t-shirt yelling at the cats.
So how old were you when you gave birth to your son?
19.
19. And what was that experience like?
Well, I found out I was pregnant the day before my 19th birthday. So it was like, happy
birthday to you.
What was that like? Well, I had an epidural. So it was hell for a few hours. And then it was okay for a while. And then the pain came back. But I had a cesarean. So it was interesting. It's unlike any pain I could ever
describe.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty bad. It's, I wouldn't recommend it if you don't want to do it. If you don't want to have kids, don't have kids.
Are you still in contact with the baby daddy?
With his father? I talk to his father every once in a while. He has not really ever been active in in his life and my son's life. And, they actually just reconnected over the past year. I mean, they've been around each other, but they haven't had a relationship.
Sure.
But they've kind of reconnected, and my son actually sat down with him a few months ago and told him how he felt, and it helped. It was something that I kind of helped him with talked him through it many times of what to say and maybe what not to say, you know, and they ended up having a really good conversation, and it opened the door. Because listen, I didn't have a real relationship with my biological father, so I was 28 years old. My father and I were acquaintances. He somebody I visited once a year. Okay. It wasn't a real relationship, not until I was a lot older. And I had a choice I could make at 28. I could cut this guy out completely and be done with it, or forgive and move forward. And I have to say, I forgave him, and I really shocked myself how much anger and all the shit that I carried around as a child kind of melted away. And it really helped, because my father and I are a lot alike. We have the same laugh. We're both like to be alone. We have a very similar interests. It's so funny. We both collect shit, and we love antiquing. It's so weird. It's like, man, I could have not have had that in my life. But anyway, that's not what y'all were wanting to know. But
No, this is all good stuff.
As Henning said, I love Allison opening up. It's nice.
Well, I'm just saying here, if I've learned anything in my life, people can be cruel. People can do things and have no explanation for it. I don't know why I treated you that way. I don't know why. I've never been a parent before. I've never done this. I've never done that. And it takes a lot for that person to say, I'm sorry. And even if they don't apologize, that doesn't mean you can't forgive them. And I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to preach or anything, but forgiveness is like the greatest thing in the world. I have forgiven people that I 100% have been told did not deserve it. And I ended up seeing it just made me feel better, whether they proved me right or wrong. That's not why I did it.
Sure.
But, you know, just forgive and move on. That's all. You have to do you and take care of you. If you want to be mad and hate somebody and carry that around, that's all on you. That's your burden to carry. That other person's not carrying that burden. Trust me. So,
facts.
We have somebody from Ireland.
Hey,
hello.
Welcome.
Great to have you.
Welcome to the Healing Channel.
My weekly healing
welcome
session.
to the Healing Channel. I'm Allison Kelly.
Wait, you said I'm Allison.
Beth, tell us something we don't know about you.
Tell us something juicy.
Oh man. Well, up until about an hour ago would have been that I had a 19-inch dildo upstairs.
Yeah. Whoa, not that personal.
Everyone now knows that now.
Not things that have been inside you.
Not we announced that to YouTube for kids.
I know.
Thank God my 9-year-old niece wasn't watching this
Rory
shit.
the Virgo probably just saved our channel.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Let's see. Okay, something. So let's see. I'm a massive fan of theater and musical theater, and I love live performances. So I studied when I studied abroad in London, I got to see over 30 shows when I was there. Some of them were involved with the program that I saw. I got to see 2 a week. And then I was also in a class that took place at the Shakespeare Globe, and got to take a class where I got to act on the stage of the Globe Theater, and saw 3 shows when I was there too, which was really cool. And I got to do I busted my ass this one summer, and I did a Broadway training camp for actors to learn how to audition for musical theater. And I did it just because I wanted to have fun. And I didn't realize that I was doing it with people who actually were going to become musical theater. So we did these dance auditions with people who've been taking tap and ballet their entire lives. And I'm like, I can't even dance at all. So they're teaching me how to do a dance audition and such. But I've seen over 100 live theater performances. Many of them professional. It's how I like to spend my money when I have the opportunity to.
What's like your favorite show that you've seen out of like out of those like 100 like performances? Like what's like your number one like wow?
Well, so the one that really sticks with me the most to this day, oh God, there's a couple, but this one is my favorite experience of all time. I treated myself to this. I saved up for it so I could watch it. I went and saw Natasha Pierre in The Great Comet of 1812 on Broadway a couple years ago. It stars my all-time favorite musician, Josh Groban. We're going to get married someday. It's no big deal. But the way that
does Dean know?
What does he know?
Dean know?
He's DK chilling. It's okay.
Oh,
okay.
Dean, he's DK chilling. Yeah, he's good. Dean, you can have other women. It's fine. I don't care.
Or men. Open.
We're open.
Yeah.
Or men. No, so we so the way that show is struck, like the way it was staged, basically, there was a lot of on-stage seating, and there were all these paths that they had to construct and renovate the entire theater, not just the stage. They had all these paths that weaved in and out all three of the rows. So you had the orchestra, the mezzanine, and the balcony. And so actors were all around you at all times. Didn't matter where you were. There was not a bad seat in the theater. And the first time I sat on the stage in one of the tables, I got to eat while it was going on. Action was taking place. The actors were interacting with me. They made me a part of the show as well. And it was just the most immersive theater experience I ever had. And I had a little bit of Josh Groban spit from him singing. Like,
oh my God.
I'm here for it. It's fine. No, so that was the best. That meant the most to me. It was the best experience. But the best, like, absolute play that I've ever seen was they actually made it into a movie a few years ago. The movie is nowhere near as good as the live performance, and that's saying something. And that's August Osage County. I saw that by Tracy Letts. I saw that in London. I showed up late. I wanted to, not late, but like I was there. They still had like 4 tickets left, and me and 3 friends were like, "We'll take the last 4 tickets." They were like, "It's only standing room," and we're like, "Okay." And we stood and watched a 3-hour play, and we're just so encaptured by it. Like I didn't even hurt at all from standing there. Like it was just that amazing.
Is this a Broadway play?
I think it came to Broadway at one point. I saw it on the West End because I was in London. But
Sounds familiar.
You guys should watch the movie. It has like Meryl Streep and Julia Roberts and some really great people in it. It's fantastic.
What's it called?
August Osage County. Yeah. Osage. And it's the movie is really good. You're gonna love the movie, but let me tell you, the staging of it, it's just really good. I think Allison, especially, I think you would like it a lot.
Well, I've got time because I love movies.
Southern family, so I think that you'd like it.
Southern. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Listen.
What about you, Tyler? What's something unique about you?
And remember, you have to impress me. We're on a first date.
I was on Nickelodeon's Slime Time Live as a kid. Me and my mom competed in that together, and we won, which was pretty cool. But they still slimed us. They still slimed us at the end. So So I've gotten slimed on Nickelodeon before, and it tastes like green apple, like a green apple Jolly Rancher. It's very good. I literally
would have been like this.
Yeah, it's really really good. So we I think like I was like so young, like I don't remember like too much of the experience, except for like there was one challenge where I was on like a tricycle and like my mom had to like push me around. It was really cool though. So basically you just like go to the park like early in the morning and like apply, and then they like call you and tell you like hey, you got it or whatever. So that's always like a fun fact I like to share. I was on Nickelodeon.
You were an entertainer. You were entertaining. You realized that you were entertaining and you loved it, and you're entertaining now.
Well, I actually like I was in a choir from like 3rd grade all the way up to graduating college. So like I've been in like shows and musicals and stuff like that. So I've always like enjoyed being like in front of a crowd, but I feel like podcasting is like really a lot more like my speed, and because I'm not like acting like a character, like I'm acting like myself and just like talking to you guys and just hanging out.
You know, what's funny is that I have started taking acting lessons when I was 14 and really got into acting when I was 16. And I've been in films. I've been in television series. I've done a little bit of theater, but not much. I've done stand-up comedy.
I can see you doing stand-up comedy.
Oh my God.
And I've done like a lot of things, but it wasn't until 5 years ago when I started doing this that I realized this was my true calling, because I was never 100% happy or content with what I was doing until I started doing this. And there was always that thing in the back of my head going, why? I want to entertain people. And being a little girl, I thought the only way I could entertain people was to be an actress. And it's funny that you told that story about being young and doing all that, Tyler, because this is funny. This is when I was little. I think I was 2, almost 3. And I kind of remember this. Y'all know who Eddie Rabbitt is?
No.
The singer Eddie Rabbitt. Okay.
I think I do.
Look him up. Anyway, you'll hear his music. You know, here he is. Okay. My mom and my father are still married, and I was in Springfield, Missouri, and we went to a fair, and Eddie Rabbitt was there. And we were up at the front, and Eddie Rabbitt saw me, and he was singing, and he had them bring me on stage, you know, of course, with my parents' blessing, of course. And I started dancing and jumping around and acting nuts. And the more the crowd cheered me on and clapped, the more I got into it. Yep. So that was when I was like, little tear and a half, little Allison Summers is up going, oh my God, like that video I sent you. Okay, I'm good at that. I need to teach people. Okay, I really am. Okay, like I knew then. Like I started from that moment putting on little shows in the living room, putting on plays with my Barbies. Like it was just making people happy. It wasn't the attention or anything like that. It was just, I want to make people happy and I want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And I love the feeling that from me to you, knowing I'm making you feel something, you're good because of me. It's just a great thing.
Are you sure you're not a Leo?
I'm a Pisces, man. Feb, you.
Because let me tell you, everything about a Leo is all about likes to entertain, be the center of attention. But like the center of attention in the sense of like entertaining people, because you're like, hey, look at me kind of thing, you know?
But I haven't always been that way. Like when I started going through puberty, and y'all have all seen the picture, I buried my head in the sand. I didn't talk. I got picked on. I was bullied so bad. There was a few years, my parents were really worried about me, bad. Yeah. And so I left it. I didn't even think about it anymore. I'm ugly. I'm this and that. And people are laughing at me now, not with me. And I just, and I went into a deep, dark depression, and it was really bad. But it wasn't until a few years later when I had to learn how to attract people with my personality. I had to learn to attract people to me without this and what was in here. And the people that came to me during that time and laughed with me and became my friends, some of them are still my friends today through Facebook. But I mean, I had to really learn how to communicate with people, because none of this was doing it. Okay. Yeah. And I really had to make people laugh. And I started that self-deprecating humor where I made fun of myself first before they did. So the kids that used to make fun of me were actually laughing with me. It was like I was playing Big Brother mind games.
I did that too
at a young age.
I did that too when I've always been a singer. Like I used to cry in tune if there was a jingle on TV. I used to cry and adjust my pitches to what was happening around me, right? And my family's very musicals, all that kind of stuff. So I used to sing all the time. And when I was in high school, I suffered a lot of vocal trauma. because I was a loud kid, but I also never properly learned how to support my voice, and I sang all the time. And
I will do it.
And when I came back, I couldn't sing anywhere near a normal like women's range.
Yeah.
I had a super low voice, and my speaking voice has recovered a lot, but I had a really low voice, and I no longer could have solos. I couldn't be the lead in the musicals anymore because I couldn't sing. I couldn't do these things. And everybody would be like, well, Beth can hit the bass note, so why can't she, like, stuff like that? And like, I had to learn to like beat them to the punch with those kind of jokes, but it was super self-deprecating. And it wasn't until I went to college and I took private lessons with my select choir conductor, and he was like, you know what, instead of doing vocal lessons, we're going to do vocal therapy. I'm going to teach you how to support and to sing properly. And then hopefully you're not going to need vocal cord surgery, because basically what had happened was I had nodules and polyps on my vocal cord. So your vocal cord should barely touch and just go like this.
Yeah.
And mine were doing this.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
So it creates a callus, anything basically. And so they would touch, and they wouldn't actually get the proper vibration for the higher parts of my voice. So through therapy, I was able to make it lessened a lot more. So my voice has never fully recovered from that. But it was such like, that's what I was known for. I was the singer. I was the actress who could sing. Like I was those kind of things. And that was taken away from me. And I had to like, but I could still read. I was the best person who could read music. Like I could do all these different things. I still sang well enough that I could get into select choirs, but I was never going to be the standout performer for it. Yeah. So that was a huge hit to my ego and such. So I understand completely a lot of the like, well, I might as well, if you can't beat them, you got to join them, and you got to beat them to the punch for the jokes they're already going to make about you. And then that takes their power away from you too.
Yeah. I got to say, like my high school experience was basically like the TV show Glee. Like I was in a show choir, like almost exactly like that. So like I like, that's like one of my favorite shows of all time because it holds like such a special place in my heart, because that was like my high school experience. And then in college, I was in an a cappella choir, and that was so much fun. And I ended up becoming president my senior year, and we brought them to competition for the first time in like the group's like 30-year history.
ICCAs or ICCAs?
ICCAs, yeah. And so they had the ICCAs in New York, like the final. And so I go every year here in New York City. The tickets are like so fucking expensive, but it's so worth it because like the talent of these like college kids, it's insane.
Unreal. It's unreal.
So if anybody needs some good like a cappella music recommendations, I can I can send that to you.
I had a lot of friends who were in really good a cappella groups at like Berkeley, and here at Potsdam, they went to the Crane School of Music. So the Potsdam pointer counts were always at the ICCAs and such.
People pay me not to sing, so I feel I'm balanced this trio out very well.
Excellent.
Beth, let's do one more question.
I was just going to say one more question. This is one I think that'll be good. This will be a short, sweet one to end on. Sure. Know any good jokes?
Oh God, I'm terrible at jokes. I'm not a funny person at all.
I could tell you like the first joke I ever taught my son, who wanted to be a little comedian when he was a little boy. Like I even bought him the Jay Leno Kids How to Be a Comedian Kids book. But anyway, and I got this from a movie. It was an old movie called Haunted Honeymoon with Gilda Radner and Gene Wilder and Dom DeLuise. Look it up. It's so freaking those three. Please, Dom DeLuise. God bless them. Haunted Honeymoon.
Okay,
it's so it. You know how Gilda. Come on now.
Gilda Radner was it.
That's it. Love her. The first joke I taught my son is, what did the bug say to the windshield? That's me all over.
That's me all over.
Me all over.
Yeah, I can't compete with that.
And my son, when he was little, he just thought that was the funniest thing he'd ever freaking heard. And to this day, I'll just randomly say, what the bugs say to the windshield, and he'll just stop and go, that's me all over.
And Instead maybe of if you can't come up with a joke, Tyler, is there a funny quote or something like that from a movie that always like makes you laugh?
Gosh.
Or
See, that's the thing, guys. Like, I don't like
on the spot.
I don't like comedies. Like, my TV shows and movies are like either like a really feely like drama or reality television. I know that I'm not a funny person, so I don't try to make anybody laugh because I know it's just like cringy and awkward. Pokemon says Tyler's funny to laugh at. I think that's pretty accurate.
We could do a movie quote. Like I could come up with movie quotes and make y'all guess.
Mm-hmm.
I can quote movies all day long. Like Chris will say to me, so what is the deal? Like, what's the drama level? And I'm like, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
We have a comment from we have a comment from Joseph, which I think like could segue into like another show that we like really delve into, like our history with reality TV or like favorite movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Because I was also such a Real World geek. I'm actually rewatching The Real World Brooklyn right now, which is my favorite season ever. But CBS just added like basically all these seasons of The Real World on CBS All Access. So since Allison's paying like $1,000 a month,
I pay $800,000 a month, Valencia. CBS should put me on a game show.
Could you imagine? Can you do that?
Do what?
Can you say that? The secret word is.
Okay, you ready? Valencia, everybody ready? The secret word is fly swatter. Fly swatter. Yes. Fly swatter. I have a joke. It's something funny that I actually had a conversation with. Okay, and then we'll end the show. But this is a conversation I had. A word that gets lost in translation a lot to me here lately is the word really. And really? I have noticed exactly how many different ways people can say really. And it has so many like, really or really or like I sent a message. Yeah, it's about the tone. Like in here in town, actual the newspaper here wants to do an article of this company that my brother-in-law owns, and I gave him the message, and he was like, really? And I thought he meant really, but it was really. So there was a miscommunication in that, and like I'll say something exciting, I don't know, I just kind of noticed that the word really can be used a million different ways.
And I know you're a big fan of the thumbs up in Messenger too.
And that too is something that I can't even get. Like I've been told that means the middle finger. I've been told that means just a thumbs up. I mean, I feel so lost. I got my hair done. My cousin does my hair, and she put a blonde strand right here, and the ladies called it the money piece. And my son and his girlfriend were laughing at me because they're like, Mom, don't call that the money piece.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't I call that the money piece? And my son just goes, that means a guy he shot a wad in your hair.
Wait, I've never heard about that before.
I've been walking around my wedding with my Princess Leia braid and this blood. I go, are you looking at my money piece? And some people are going, have they left the room? Has the couple left the room for more than 5 minutes together? What is she talking about? And that's when my son was like, why are you going around talking about your money piece? Really?
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. Well, I think
on that note,
hopefully we're not on like a kid's channel.
We're not talking about peen or anything.
Or 19-inch dildos or anything else.
That's gonna make an appearance someday. Just mark my words.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
We're gonna have somebody's gonna beat us for that.
I'm gonna go like this, and a 19-inch dildo is gonna come out.
Listen, I want to see this thing. It sounds like freaking can be used in combat.
I don't need a pistol permit. I'll defend myself.
I don't need a gun permit. I've got the world's biggest black dildo. I'll beat you with it.
100%.
Oh yeah. Well, I had a good time talking with you guys just about like random shit. We'll definitely do this again soon because I had a good time.
And look, I'm not opposed to this idea either.
Can we create our own children's stories?
And we have to include all of us in the story.
I wish I could have my 12-year-old nephew on this show because this kid loves Big Brother and he takes no shit from me.
We could have him all the time. That'd be cute.
He takes zero shit from me. It's hilarious. I love it.
Okay. Well, everybody, thank you guys so much for joining, and thanks for being patient as we figured out all these like tech problems to get you guys in the chat. Because we always have a good time talking with you guys and having you guys involved in the conversation too, especially for these off-topic shows. But if you want to become a patron, we are on patreon.com/myweeklymeltdown. We're going to be recording our patron-only show for November pretty soon. We'll be figuring that out, and then maybe also talking about what we're going to cover next in terms of like an old season of Survivor to watch. So if you want your voice heard, definitely be a patron there as well. If you guys have anything else to plug.
Just subscribe on YouTube. You know, that place that we,
Oh, so you said that with a really thick Southern accent. You were like,
YouTube.
Subscribe on YouTube.
You know, you can subscribe on the YouTube, and we have a Instagram page. It's called My Weekly Meltdown, and we have a Facebook page. It's called the same thing. We're not on Parler because
we're not boomers who voted for Trump.
I just
yeah, exactly.
Listen to this, y'all. I tried to sign up and it kept timing out, and I'm like, that's the sign from Jesus. That's when I was asking you guys, like, what is this thing that I'm not good enough for?
The fact that it's timing out is just making me laugh so hard because it's a whole bunch of like 70-year-old people being like, what is wrong? What's happening?
I'm not
tech support.
I'm not trying to offend anyone, but my older aunts and uncles were on Facebook going, you can follow me on Parler at so and so, and I'm like, well, that should have been a red fucking flag.
No, there you go. Yep. But you guys can also follow me on Twitch at the twitch.tv/AugustaWin11 if you haven't been watching the show from there. I actually, after this, I'm going to be going live with my friend Jackson, Stefan Duck. We're going to be playing some Dead by Daylight together. Oh, cool. But I stream a few times a week, and sometimes I'm going to be playing some games like Jackbox or Among Us or other things that I could play with the community. So stop by, and I would love to play with y'all as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, have a good rest of your evening. Wear a mask, and we will see you guys soon. All right. Take care. Bye.